Snap, put down, the kick is up, it is on its way, and it is good! Good! As time expires, Colorado wins! 27-24! Bedlam here in Boulder!
Welcome to the Buffalo Stampede. What a show we have for you this week. We're coming to you from the Aerospace Engineering School at the University of Colorado.
We're coming from the moon. We're coming from the moon, Coach. That's exactly right. Now, we are decked out in our Apollo 17 replica suits here that, it's a replica of what they actually wore on the mission, Coach. And what a show we have once again. And we'll get into some of the science and technology. As you all know, the University of Colorado, known for its aerospace engineering, a number of great former student athletes. Jim Hansen comes to mind, did their work right here. But, Coach, Saturday, it was the work that you did on the field against the Oklahoma Sooners, and what a big upset. 27-24 the final score. You had a good feeling about this one all week.
Well, people thought it was impossible to get to the moon, and, Colorado helped prove that wrong. People thought it was impossible to beat a top 5 team. We proved them wrong there, too. So that's what we're about here at Colorado, the moon.
That's right. Now, Oklahoma, the number 3 ranked team in the country. Now, when you look at your team, and I'll not mention this, I think, in the post-game show, 4 games, it's really been a progression of a team, I thought, getting better. The one exception, perhaps, was the game on the road at ASU. It kind of culminated in the 5th game against Oklahoma.
Yeah, I told our guys I really believed they were going to win. I did. And just because of the things that they'd been through, I thought they had enough background of experience that they were able to put that together, coming particularly off the Florida State game, going, hey, we can play with teams like that. But when we have our opportunities, we got to make them. And just like our aerospace engineer, Kevin Everhart here, he made the most of his opportunities. And that's really all it was. And when you looked at the other games, I asked our guys, is it anything that the other teams are doing that are preventing us from getting in the A gap or blocking the right guys? Is that anything that they're doing? No. So we're in control of that. And we had a little bit of adversity there. But again, our guys have showed their toughness and resiliency and being able to finish. And, this game, our defense was able to get some turnovers, and that was big for us.
We're going to hook up with Kevin Everhart, as you mentioned, the one of the stars in this big upset victory over Oklahoma, Coach. But I think one thing you haven't given yourself enough credit for, the coaching job that you guys did. As I stood there on the field, Oklahoma's a pretty big, physical, fast team. You talk about an imposing
good-looking guys.
They're an imposing-looking squad. And to go down 17 points in that game and to come back and win it, that's more than just guys on the field making plays. They had to believe, and I guarantee you that's something that perhaps was a doubt early on. You guys did a great job in mentally preparing your team to win that game.
Well, I think our players really have great confidence in our staff as well they should. Our guys are very thorough. They're very detailed. There's reasons why we do things. I think, again, you got smart guys on your team that can figure that out, so they have a lot of confidence in it. And they were able to just kind of stay with the plan. And coming back out, our offense kind of started getting their horns out a little bit more. We started running the ball, establishing a little bit of continuity there. But I really think everybody is very much on the same page. And, it's like going to the moon. If everybody's not on the same page, your rocket ship's going to crash out there somewhere. So same thing in football.
What an incredible environment there at Folsom Field. Let's take a look at highlights of the first half against the Oklahoma Sooners.
McBride back inside the 15, takes the 13, has room running at to his right, 15, 20, gets inside of a defender, out across the 25, he stutter steps across the 30. Snap to Hawkins, play action, sets up, here comes pressure, rifles to the right side, catches made by Patrick Williams, breaks one tackle, turns and runs upfield and picks up a first down for Colorado at the 44-yard line. Snap in time, retreats, here comes pressure off the edge, hit as he throws incomplete, and a beautiful job off the edge was Chappelle Brown on the blitz from his quarterback position, bringing down the quarterback as he delivered the football. And handoff to Brown, runs up inside, and he finds nothing. No gain. And that Buffs rush defense has been stout so far. Cluster to the right side, under center snap, now give on the end around. Running is Murray, and he gets hit in the backfield and hauled down. Alonzo Barrett stayed home from his right defensive end spot and brought him down for a loss of 2 yards. Jeff Smart also getting in there and fucking up that Sooners play. First down at 10 to the 28. Little hitch, pass right side, caught by Iglesias, and Jordan Dyson grabs her on the ankles and brings him down beautifully. Hugh Charles alone setback. Play action. Hawkins sets the throw. Has all kinds of time. Whips it downfield. Catches made at the 45 by Hugh Charles. grabbed around the ankle and hauled down by Nick Harris. Inside Sooner territory. First down, Colorado at the 40-yard line. A gain of 20 yards. Hawkins retreats. Here comes pressure. Throws in left side. First down catch is made at the 27 by Patrick Williams. He dances, and then he darts forward towards the far sideline. Driven out of bounds by Marcus Walker. First down, Colorado. Ball left hash mark, flanked either side by a running back. Inside handoff gives to Hugh Charles. Finds a seam, gets a nice block. Running at the 20, running at the 15, running at the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown! Hugh Charles! Touchdown! Colorado from 25 yards out. And how about this? The Buffaloes have pulled within a PAT of number 3 Oklahoma here in Boulder.
Coach, you guys, 17-7 was the halftime score. You guys give up another touchdown, 24-7 there in the third quarter. Come back to win the football game. I got a feeling that when this season is all said and done, the fact that you can overcome that deficit against the number 3 ranked team in the country will be the turning point for you this season.
Yeah, obviously tremendous amount of confidence right now in what we do and how we do it and why we do it, and I think total buy-in there. And our guys never lost faith. They really didn't. We were able to come back, and Kevin was able to get a field goal. So it's 24-10. We get a turnover, start sparking a little momentum. Guys start seeing the whole picture come together.
When we come back, we'll take a look at second half highlights of the big game against the Oklahoma Sooners.
October 22nd, 2005. Special teams, often overlooked, but sure to be on the minds of the Jayhawks when they come to Buffalo territory this year. A blocked punt, a fake field goal, and a punt return for a touchdown led to 21 straight points and the Buffs' 6th straight victory over the Jayhawks here at Folsom Field. Be here October 20th to see if your team can extend that streak to 7.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Stampede. As you can see, it's not Halloween. We're still at the world-famous CU Aerospace Engineering Department here, and as you can see, this is right here is a space shuttle, Coach.
Yeah, space module. This is where they're supposed to live. They're working on a project here to design. It goes on top of the module, and looks like a dorm room to me.
Well, that's exactly what it looks like. Tell you what, your team played as if they were out of space this past weekend. 381 yards against a very tough Oklahoma defense. Cody, another outstanding game, in my opinion, Coach. 220 yards passing, really ran the offense and controlled this team. Had a good rushing attack there, Hugh Charles. Just a good effort from your team, both offensively and defensively.
All the way around, Then Chase McBride did a great job with our punt return team. They did a nice job setting up big plays that way and really came together. Hugh Charles, monster game, ran the ball really hard, caught the ball as well. And, you have to feel pleased the way those guys responded in that kind of situation. That gives them confidence that doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but they know they can do it. They're capable of it.
Well, the defense has been playing well all year. Let's take a look at highlights of the second half of the big game against the Oklahoma Sooners.
Now the bad snap to his left, gathers it in off the bounce, whips it downfield, and is caught inside the 45-yard line by Josh Smith at the 44. A nice double-digit pickup for the Buffaloes of 26 yards. Second down and 11. Hawkins play action, sets up the 45, rears back, rifles it downfield, catches made at the 30-yard line. Nice route run by Josh Smith. Snap, spotted, booted. The kick is up. It is on its way, and it is good. That makes it 24-10 in favor of number 3 Oklahoma. Long 3, short 4, play action. Bradford sets, rifles it downfield, incomplete, deflected and picked off by Ryan Walters. Did he come up with a football though? Yes, interception. Ryan Walters, his first pick of the campaign. The first turnover of the game by Oklahoma with 3:22 to play in the third. Slot left formation. Pitch, sweeping boundary side right. Getting a block with Hugh Charles. Nice patience. Leapfrogs the Bowman offensive lineman out across the 50 and picks up a first down. Man is Stephon Robinson given an inside handoff. Hugh Charles makes it and miss. Running at the 30, 25 down the right side. 15 cuts inside a defender all the way down to the 10-yard line. And Hugh Charles chugging downhill. One running back is Byron Ellis. Dropping Hawkins, looking to throw. Throws it out there, right side. Catch is made. Tyson Debris. Touchdown. Touchdown. Colorado from 4 yards out. And the Buffaloes have pulled within 24-16 of number 3 Oklahoma. The 33 crowd loud. Hand off to the tailback running boundary side left. And Alan Patrick is swarmed under for no gain. Alonzo Barrett was there. Long cadence, takes a snap, retreats. Here comes Buff pressure, grabbed around the waist, and Jordan Tyson brings him down. Back at the 41-yard line. A loss of 8 yards. And that quells the drive by the Sooners once again, and Oklahoma must punt it away with the Buffaloes trailing by a touchdown with inside 12 minutes to play in the fourth period. Second down to 1. Hawkins drop play, hands off. Hugh Charles has a hole right side, has one man to beat, makes Smith stumble, and he rumbles inside the 45 and out of bounds at a 42-yard line. First down, Colorado. Shotgun snap to Hawkins, retreats, has time, now he's flushed forward, throws it over the middle, high catch by Patrick Williams, inside the 30, running to his left, grabbed around the ankles and hauled down by Nick Harris. Another fourth down conversion by Colorado, and a little bit of sleight of hand by Cody Hawkins. 20 drops to throw, looks to his left, throws it out there, and it is deflected in the air, and picked off by Daniel Dykes. And there's a wrestling match for it. Iglesias and Dykes are battling for the ball down at the 42-yard line. Now it's Colorado football. Hangs it high in the air. Smith drops the football. He lost it. And there's a pileup at the 15-yard line. And Colorado has the football. Somewhere to the tail of the tandem. Give on the end around. No, Cody Hawkins keeps it. Throws it end zone. Dusty Sprang. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colorado. A beautiful play fake by Cody Hawkins. Faked on the end around. Back pedals. Sets up. Throws it right side. Catch is made. First down. He dropped it. He dropped it as he went down. Joe John Finley had it on the way down, took a jarring shot. Low snap, taken out the shoot tops, put the foot to it. McBride takes it at the 19, running to his left, 25, 30, has a hole, running 40, 45, has one man to beat, and Cole, the punter, grabs him and holds him down at the 50-yard line. Oh, what a return by Chase McBride. Celestine and Smith, the wide receivers, play action. Hawkins looks right, delivers out there. Celestine, the grab of the 35, and he's hammered down right there. First down, Colorado. Tied up at 24 between the Buffaloes and number 3 Oklahoma. Snap, put down, the kick is up. It is on its way, and it is good! Good! As time expires, Colorado wins 27-24. Bedlam here in Boulder as the Buffaloes have upset number 3 Oklahoma.
Coach, you guys really came out and controlled really the last quarter and a half of this football game, and just a big victory for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah, it was. I thought the crowd was awesome. It was a great spectacle. It's everything that big-time college football is supposed to be about, and they were on the feet and provided us a tremendous amount of energy and emotion. And we had a lot of recruits here, and that was big for those guys to see, because when you recruit nationally and you're trying to beat the SCs and Rutgers and LSUs and Floridas and all those people on guys, they want to come here and see that you have that same kind of environment. But it was really special. It was a great day for Colorado alums, the school, everybody.
Speaking of alums, it was homecoming weekend, and I got the question all week. Why would you guys schedule Oklahoma?
Who in charge of that? That's what I want to know.
That's what I was asking. I was like, but after the game, my answer was, why not? Why not? Coach, in the locker room, it was a special environment in the locker room. I got to tell you that after the game. That had to be special for you.
Well, you know how much, and it's not just, blowing smoke all those guys. I love the former players. I love the tradition here and the heart and soul that guys bring to the whole thing. And having the Matt Russells and those guys around and having them being so jacked, and that means a lot to me. And it was just awesome. It was great for our current players and all those guys to get together and celebrate in the locker room.
I thought Matt Russell was going to jump in your arms after the game. He was pretty excited.
People were asking me, I give Cody a hug? I go, no, but I hug Matt Russell. I hug Matt Russell more then than I have my wife all month, I think. No question.
Look, our homecoming court, or our homecoming marshals, I should say, Alfred Williams, Canavis McGee, Deion Figures, and Matt Russell. All four of those guys were jacked up after the victory.
Yeah, well, you've been around here where you've seen a lot of those games happen, and that's why I say, even I was very excited after the game, but I go, this should be the norm around here. It was the norm. It should be the norm. Let's expect it. Let's work towards it. Let's keep going.
Coach, certainly here we're going to take a cruise into space, but coming up next, we're going to hook up with one of the stars of last week's game. He knows a little bit about going off into space as well.
Hey Buff fans, check out what's going on this week at Colorado Athletics.
Friday, October 5th, soccer takes on Big 12 foe Nebraska at 4 p.m. at Prenton Field. Come out early and see Ralphie lead the Buffs onto the field. As always, parking and admission are free. On Saturday the 6th, football heads to Waco, Texas to take on the Baylor Bears. Kickoff is scheduled for 5 p.m. Also on Saturday, volleyball hosts #1 Nebraska at 6:30 at the Coors Event Center. Help get the red out by wearing gold to the match and receive admission for just $1. Can't make it in person? Catch all the action live on Buffs TV. And on Sunday the 7th, soccer takes on Iowa State at 1 p.m. at Prenton Field. For ticket information, call 303-49-BUFFS or visit cubuffs.com. And as always, check out highlights of the Buffs in action only on Buffs TV.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Stampede. We're now joined by the star of that last week's 27-24 victory over Oklahoma, Kevin Everhart. Kevin, the pride of Broomfield, Colorado. You must feel really good about knocking that one right between the uprights.
Yeah, you know, it's a great feeling anytime you can go out there and help the team. And, you know, luckily it worked out for us. Everybody from offensive, defensive, special teams played a huge role and had a great game. And, you know, I'm just glad I could be part of it.
Not just a part of this big victory. We started the season out. You knocked one in against Colorado State. Special teams sometimes gets ignored, at least in the public. I know Coach understands how important it is. But special teams have been big for the Buffs, particularly in those 3 victories.
Yeah, you know, they really have. And Coach Hawkins and all the coaches up here really emphasize special teams and the details. And I think special teams really is where the details can help you. And luckily we've had a couple games where that's panned out.
Coach, I got a question for you now. Chase McBride, Kevin Everhart. Seems like Broomfield, Colorado is coming up big. How long is that recruiting list from Broomfield this year?
It ought to be big, I'm telling you right now. So, yeah, those guys did a great job. And Kevin just been so steady. And, you know, the thing that really makes it awesome for me, like as a coach and a parent, is, you know, here's a guy that languishes in the dark, so to speak, behind Mason Crosby. He was a great player and a great guy. But everybody's like, oh, what are you going to do now? We're going, well, we got a guy that's pretty good here. But biding his time, being patient, hanging in there. Then he has his, you know, a couple moments in the sun. I'm sure he'll probably have more this week. And, you know, the same with Chase.
Now, I know why Kevin is under no pressure when it comes to knocking down these big field goals. He's an aerospace engineer, a major in the graduate school here at the University of Colorado. Kevin, talk about your involvement in these projects that Coach and I are having a good time engaging in ourselves.
Yeah, well, you know, the project behind you guys explained is basically a full-scale replica of the module that hopefully will go to the moon back here and get us in back to the space race and back to Mars hopefully one day. And I've been working a little bit on docking mechanisms and concepts to hopefully extend that.
Tell you what, this is certainly no. I mean, it's kind of an amazing deal. You see NASA and the space shuttle and all that, Coach, and you look at this and say, wow, this is sort of where the seeds are planted.
Yeah, well, it's, again, like we talked about before, I think people think things are so impossible, but if you start at point A and start working your way up and are diligent with it and take care of the details, a lot of things are possible. And I know when somebody was doing another show on Kevin, they were asking me about how is it coaching guys that are, you know, that smart. And I said, I think it's awesome. And that's one of the reasons I'm here at Colorado. I mean, I love guys that can think. I love guys that can work on their own. And that brings a lot to the table. It really does. You can do a lot more as a coach, and guys are a lot more self-responsible, and that adds to the whole growth of the team.
Speaking of NASA, Steve Swanson, the 18th Colorado alum to go off to space, astronaut, had something a little special for the University of Colorado as he brought back a flag for Saturday's game.
Just coming back, you know, to see you itself was a nice experience, just to be back here and see all the campus again. It's such a beautiful campus. And then the game, I mean, to come out and pull out and win it, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, the team played really well. Trying to say thanks to the university here. They were very good to me. So I get the opportunity to take a few things with me. And so one of the things I took was a CU flag. And I flew it with me on the mission, you know, 14 days, 220 orbits. And I'll now bring it back and give it back to CU, and hopefully they will enjoy it. Right now we have a space station that orbits the Earth continuously. It's been up for almost 5 years. And right now we're doing science up there, and we're working on a system to go back to the moon. The idea then is that once we get good at that, we can go on to Mars. It's a unique experience. I mean, you're essentially your own little space ship. You look at it that you have a visor in front of your face, you know, 2 inches in front of your nose that keeps you from a vacuum. But the best thing, of course, is the view. You're out there, and you can just see, you know, a large portion of the Earth as it goes by, and sometimes you just forget what you're doing and you start staring, and it's amazing. It's amazing view.
When we come back, we're going to hook up with Professor Dr. David Kloss, and we'll talk more about this outstanding project here, and he'll also give us predictions on the upcoming game against the Baylor Bears.
coming off of a disappointing weekend as far as results are concerned, having lost to Texas Tech. Kids played hard. We're looking for something good to happen to them. We thought the win over Drake may change our luck a little bit, but couldn't find the goal against Texas Tech, and they scored late and held on for the win. Had a good couple days of practice Saturday and Sunday, and we hope to make some progress towards scoring a few more goals. We get into our first double game weekend in the Big 12, playing Nebraska on Friday and Iowa State on Sunday. It's competitive game in and game out, and home games are so important to come out and support the Buffs.
Well, we're just coming off a long road trip. We played Oklahoma. Then we traveled to Texas and played them on Friday night. Tough match. This is probably the first time we've actually really been out-physicaled by another team. We played well. We competed hard. Unfortunately, we didn't come out with a victory on that one. This weekend, we have Nebraska coming up. It's a big match for us, obviously. They're #1 ranked team in the country, and last year we were able to upset them at our place. I think a lot of that is to do with the fan support and all the people that came and cheered us on throughout that match and had faith in us. Our team's getting a lot better match by match, so hopefully we will just continue to develop throughout the season. Everybody's getting a lot of experience under their belt, which is really good for our team. We're growing, and we're really excited about this match coming up on Saturday night against Nebraska.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Stampede. We're now joined by Dr. David Klaus here of the Aerospace Engineering School at the University of Colorado. Dr. Klaus, what an amazing facility you have, and what an amazing program this is for future astronauts.
Yeah, CU's had a long-standing reputation with NASA. We go way back to actually to the 1940s in developing rockets. More recently, we've had the pleasure of working on this project that you see behind you here, trying to help NASA figure out the right way to shape the vehicle that's going to go back to the moon. So what you see here is obviously PVC and a lot of stuff from the local hardware store, but it gives us the ability to move this stuff around and do these studies that Kevin's been involved with and try to figure out the optimal design before they actually start making the spacecraft.
Doc, CU, the reputation of being an aerospace engineering school, if you will. As I mentioned, 18 astronauts actually go up into space coming from the University of Colorado. Statistically, where does CU actually rank, and how proud you must be of that?
Well, I think we rank a little higher than the football team right now.
That's what I say. We're trying to get up to the aerospace engineering building here. Let's go.
Excluding military academies like West Point and Air Force and so forth, if you just look at universities, CU is #5 in terms of the universities producing astronauts.
Well, we're going to take a look at this project while you guys get a chance to hang out with Mark Johnson and hear what he has to say on this week's rant.
Now that's what I'm talking about. How much fun was that win over #3 Oklahoma last week here at Folsom Field? By the way, I need to clear something up. I'm a little bothered by the insinuation around the country that somehow Oklahoma lost that football game rather than Colorado winning that football game. Let's take a look at the numbers. Colorado racked up 381 yards of offense, 160 rushing yards, while holding the nation's most potent offense to a mere 230 total yards, 37 points below their 4-game offensive average. That wasn't a case of the Sooners handing it over. It was a case of the Buffaloes taking it. The argument around the world of sports has been that the Sooners gift-wrapped the victory for the Buffaloes by turning the ball over 3 times in the second half. I'm pretty sure Colorado has something to do with that. What's been overlooked is the fact that CU essentially gave the Sooners 14 points in this game. Safety DJ Wolf intercepted 2 Cody Hawkins passes and returned them to the 11 and 17-yard respectively, giving OU a short field and ultimately a couple of scores. Now, here's the bottom line. Certainly, this is a great victory for this Colorado football program. However, this cannot be the high watermark for this football team this season. It simply has to be the next step in the progression of this program under Dan Hawkins. Now, the very next step is this Saturday when the Buffaloes head on down to Waco, Texas to take on the Baylor Bears. And I don't need to remind you CU fans what happened the last time the Buffs went down to Waco.
All right, before we get out of here, Dr. Klaus, we have to get your prediction on the big game this week against the Baylor Bears.
Well, of course, Colorado is going to win the big game, and I just hope that doesn't come down to Kevin having to do it in the last couple of seconds again.
Why? He's perfect.
You know, it's like Apollo 13. It's his finest moment. You know, it's like the movie shot. Everything's going, you know, doesn't look good. It's like, it's our finest hour. That's Kevin right there. He's our man.
Kevin's the man, no doubt about that. Coach, good luck this week down in Waco, Texas against the Baylor Bears. And Dr. Klaus, we really appreciate you allowing us to come over and check out your project here.
It's been my pleasure.
The pleasure's all mine. Thank you for having us on the moon here.
Thank you.
As always, you can check out this story and more on Buffs TV by just going to cubuffs.com. And thanks for tuning in to the Buffalo Stampede. We'll see you next week.